Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's Friday Reads. I am here with my cup of tea, the crappy weather because it's raining and it's been raining all day. Horrible. And it's kind of cold. So this thing is turning out to be a little bit too cold for my taste, but we're going to make it work. The main thing is nobody's sick, everybody's well. We're just a little cold, and yeah. So, welcome to everyone in the house. We got Alicia, welcome. Kay the Reader, our resident poet. We have Anna, one of my book buddies. And we have Val and Tracy. Welcome, welcome. So, what are you guys reading? Tell me. Mm, I am reading, before y'all get started, I am getting into A Man of Two Faces by Viet Thanh Nguyen. Been interesting so far, but I'm not like really well into it, but I am enjoying what I have read of it. And I'm reading for my book club here in Normandy. I am listening to an audio, but I don't know. I might have to have full attention on this one. It's called A Winter Grave by Peter May. This one is kind of strange one. This is I guess it's like a crime or a mystery. So we have a young woman who goes on a hike, and what winds up happening is she falls upon like kind of like a cave or something, and there's a man, and he is frozen inside of this block of ice in this cave. He went missing many years before. Everybody just thought that he died on the hike or something, but in fact, the man was not a hiker per se. So it's kind of suspicious his death. So that's the beginning of the book. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes with the rest of it. So those are the two that I'm focusing on this week. All right. So let's see what you guys are up to. We got Raymond in the house. We got Tin welcome. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Tracy, you had an earthquake. Wow. Wow, I did not know that. So, are you and your family and everybody you know is okay? I hadn't really listened to the news today. That's terrible. The weather is, you can feel that the weather is out of whack. It's not really doing what it should be doing. Like there's some places they have snow now. Weird. Yeah. Mother Nature is not happy with us. Okay, so Val is reading Enter Ghost, and They Called Me a Lioness by Ahid Tamimi. Palestinian Girls Fight for Freedom. Very nice. I still haven't gotten to Enter Ghost or any of my Women's Prize reads, so hopefully I can get to something this week or next week. Kay the Reader says she's reading Soul Culture, Black Poets, Books, and Questions That Grew Me Up by my best friend, oh, Raymond and Ramika Bingham Reader. Okay, Raymond, Kay, please. Okay, Curly Q says, but I also have legal and political thrillers. Yeah, those are good too. Lauren says she's reading Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ning. I haven't read that book. I saw the movie though. I mean, the only reason why I have the book is because my neighbor who lives a couple of houses down, who's French, mm, she likes to read in English. So every now and then she'll knock on my door randomly and say, "Do you want these books?" And she'll pop a bunch of English books on me. And then when I get tired of the one guy, I go down there and I knock on her door and I said, "Hey, you want these books?" And when the last time she knocked on my door, A Little Fires Everywhere was in the bag. Still haven't read it though, but I did see the movie. The movie was good. Okay, Alicia's reading one of my faves this year, Praise Song for the Kitchen Ghost by Chris Wilkinson. Wonderful, wonderful. Raymond is reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I'm just going to give that a big old side eye, okay? Side eye. Review will be coming as soon as I read James, but James has not arrived yet. So when it arrives, that's when I'll get to it. Huckleberry Finn, I finished that. Like, it was hard to finish it because I found it hard to read. But anyway, Tracy said she's still reading The Black Box by Peter Henry Lewis Gates Jr. Alicia said her mouth is watering the whole time. I know, right? That's the mouth watering book. Everything about that book is wonderful. The feels, you get the feels when you read it, and then you got the mouth watering food, and you got some, she said, cool ancestors and stuff. I love everything about that book. Risa said she's reading James, and we'll start something else tomorrow. Not sure what. Okay. Kay asked Raymond if he's going to be reading James. I want to know if he's going to read that graphic novel called Jim, because he wasn't too sure about whether she's going to be reading, he's going to read Jim or not. Okay. Hey Celeste, how are you? What are you reading? Because Raymond, you're not gonna read Jim, the graphic novel. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be good. All we were promised. I don't think I know that one. Let me look it up. All we were. Wait, where's my Goodreads? Let's see. All we were promised. This is by. Oh yeah, this is the one that I had in my box. It's by Ashton Lattimore. It's a housemaid with a dangerous family secret conspired with wealthy young abolitionist to help an enslaved girl escape in volatile pre-Civil War Philadelphia. The rebel, the socialite, and the fugitive. Together, they will risk everything for one another in this beguiling story of friendship, deception, and women crossing boundaries in the name of freedom. Okay. So that's this one right here. All we were promised. Okay. Okay. He's gonna read James, and he said he's gonna see about the big Jim and the white boy. He's gonna see about that one. I love the illustration. Fantastic. For me, it's got to be the combination. The illustration and the story got to come together. It can't just be the story, or it can't just illustrate. It got to be a combination. But it looked like a really thick, nice graphic novel. But bruh, I can't read no more Jim and Huck. I'm sick of that. I'm already sick of Jim and Huck, and I ain't even read James yet. But yeah. Wait, Celeste, you have the arc of what? Big Jim and the white boy, or something else? Okay, so Birdie in the books, she said she picked it up because she's from Philadelphia originally, and that's where it's set. Paula said she loved James. Yeah, everybody loves James. I ain't heard nobody say a bad thing about James. So when a copy gets here, that's when I'll pick James up. First they said it was coming the 11th of April. Now they're saying it's coming the 30th of April. I'm kind of mad right now. I'm kind of mad. All we promised and are. Yeah, They gave it to me in the box. I think one of those boxes though. So uh I don't think you necessarily have to read Huck Finn, but that's just my reading process. My reading the way I process, especially when I know that it's a adapted from something else. I have this desire to read the book that it was adapted for first, so that I can see like kind of like what kind of judgments they're making on what they wanted to write about, that kind of thing. I don't think you have to read Finn though. I think you can just as well read James without having read Huck Finn, but that's just my process. Happy Friday, Nicole. How are you? What are you reading? Uh, oh, so you're liking All We Promise, but you're not loving it yet. Yeah, well, sometimes maybe it's one of those slow burns. You know how it is. You know how it is. Sometimes you start reading and you need some time, to get into it. And sometimes once you get into it, it's great. Mm, And sometimes it's just like it's a no go. But if it's a no go, I'm just not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna DNF it. Ain't nobody got time to read in books that I'm not interested in. So, uh, yeah, I heard that. Mhm. Wait, no James for me, not the other book. Wait, let me get your comment again. Oh, you mean James? You like it so far, not loving it yet. Okay, all right. We're gonna see what you say, what you're thinking about it, Teresa. Hey, Billy, how are you? Because sometimes these books don't be hitting everybody the same way. I just personally haven't heard anything bad about James, but Patrice sent me a video of Percival Everett being interviewed about that book, and he managed to talk about it without like doing the spoiler stuff, but like they were asking questions about like him using the N word and kind of like generally what he's doing in the book. And I'm inclined to believe that he's, trying to make Jim a whole character. I still need to see where he's coming from because it wouldn't be saying it's a retelling if it wasn't to some extent a retelling, is what I mean. Um Nicole said, yeah, I know he's gotten very popular since he wrote The Trees, although he's been around for eons. I mean, he's prolific. He's prolific. He's written a lot of books, but he didn't really start getting on the map until that is with the more mainstream crowd until he wrote The Tree. I feel like The Trees is what's put him on mark. And so has American Fiction, the movie, which is adapted from his book, Erasure. So I feel like those two have really put him on the mark. However, I'm still not convinced that the mainstream public will enjoy his other books. I'm just not convinced. But yeah, the appropriation of cultures. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that. Mm, but I'm anxious to get to James when it comes. But I kind of want to go back to one of his older ones because I was kind of enjoying reading one of his older ones every now and then. The last one that I read by him was I Am Not Sidney Poitier, and that one was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I think I might go back and read maybe something like Dr. No, or I'm not sure. One of his other older ones. I have a lot of his older ones, so yeah, he definitely does like to explore race in a different way because what I liked about I am Sidney Poitier is the main character's name is I am not Sidney Poitier. So when people ask him what his name is and he says I'm not Sidney Poitier, and they're like, well, you kind of look like him, but you get these kind of wacky responses. But I liked about that book is it kind of plots through some of the major films that Sidney Poitier has acted in. So it's the kind of book like if you haven't watched his movies, then you're not gonna catch the humor and some of the themes that he fleshes out in a kind of modern context, and in a very quirky way. And I feel like that's his thing is to tell stories in a unsuspecting, quirky manner. A lot of satire that you can kind of get behind. It really does make you kind of laugh out loud. Not that satire that kind of makes you go ooh, like not like the sellout kind of satire, because the sellout kind of made me go ooh. It didn't make me laugh the sellout, but a lot of the stuff that I've read in Percival Everett's books have made me like laugh out loud. And believe me, we need to laugh out loud a little bit more. Even the trees, as serious as that was, there is nothing writing a bunch of rednecks in the way that he was writing them in the book. Hilarious. Very, very funny. Let's see. Uh, okay. Alba is reading White Teeth. I love that book. Great book. Uh, yeah, I do too. I feel like it's that he walks that fine line between that shit ain't funny and this is hilarious. And I don't know how he knows how to do that, but he does it. It feels like it just rolls off the page. That fine line between that shit ain't funny and this is hilarious, it's really a fine line. And he knows exactly how to go on that. And I admire that in his writing. Okay, so Paula says she has the ebook from Not Cindy Poitier. Yeah. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's funny. Oh, you felt like you didn't know what he was satirizing in Dr. No? Well, I feel like you have to know the Black experience mainly to get into Percival Everett more than anything else. And if it's something that is really like I would think that is more synonymous with white America, he manages to blackify it in the story, and I think that's kind of interesting. So I don't know how much he's satirizing Dr. No, like from 007. I would have to, I don't know. I mean, I own all of the Ian Flemings over there, and I haven't read not near one of them. So maybe I'll need to check out Dr. No and then pick Dr. No by Percival Everett to see where exactly he was going between the Ian Fleming work and his novel Dr. No. Um, yes, no, the sellout made me just go, ooh. It did that shit did not make me laugh. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm sorry, that shit did not make me laugh, Raymond. But if it made you laugh, I'm glad, but it didn't make me laugh at all. Big grading for me. Thank you, Tracy. Very sweet of you. See, see, you said you laughed a lot while reading James, and that's Percival Everett. That's how he is. He knows how to make you laugh. He definitely has between that shit ain't funny and that shit is hilarious. He got down pat. Um, that I feel like he's spot on with it, and yeah, I feel like that's the best thing to look forward to. His work is a laugh here or there, if not quite a lot through the whole book. And also, what's really good is his books aren't excessively long, so that makes it also very approachable. Okay, so let's see. Pam Pam is reading "If We Were Villains" by M.L. Rio. Oh, for the club. Okay. Let me just see. Everybody else that just came in, like Billy, what are you reading? Somebody else came. Miss Virtue, hello. I missed you. What are you reading? Let's see. So I'll say again what I'm reading. I'm reading A Man of Two Faces by Viet Thanh Nguyen. I just started it, so I'm not really into it like that, but I'm enjoying what I'm reading so far. I really like his writing. And I'm listening to, I should say. I'm listening to this one, which is A Winter's Grave by Peter May. This is kind of like a crime. It also has an environmental theme as well. This one, A Winter's Grave. So I'm listening to this one because I was like, I don't think I want to own that. Because I try to own that, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. I know I'm gonna have to get rid of it. And I don't want to. So I'm just gonna listen to it. Okay, Miss Virtue is reading The Peckham Boy by Kenny Emma Fedon. I think that's right. That Peckham Boy. I've seen this title before somewhere. Okay, Curlicue is reading Rogue Justice by Stacey Abrams. I heard that one is good too. Okay, reading the books is reading, well, she's finishing today, Dragon Bone Chair. She said because she's been reading it for 2 months. Oh, Jesus. It's fantastic, just really slow. Okay. I'm also starting a reread of Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Okay, Jane Austen traumatized me after I read Emma. I had had enough of Emma. Emma, who wouldn't mind her business, all 400 and something pages, was sick to death of Emma. I don't think I'll ever pick up another Jane Austen. Um, okay, Billy is reading. She's finishing How the Word is Passed. I still need to get to that one. And oh, you're still reading Hours. Are you still enjoying it though? That's the most important thing. Hey, a social optimist is reading Soul of a Killer by Abby Collette. Okay. Oh, it's the second book of a series. And what is the name of the series, A Social Optimist, in case somebody is interested in knowing what the series is called? Okay, so Curly Q says, I'm in the middle and getting a little lost, but oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so Birdie in the book says Emma's my least favorite. I mean, I had read before Pride and Prejudice when I was at school, and I didn't mind Pride and Prejudice. Emma, I just couldn't bear it. I just was like, my God, Jesus wept. It was awful. And it was really funny because at that particular book, because my book club has more British than it has Americans. So Americans, we're one, two, three. There are 4 or 5 Americans, and the other ones are either from Scotland or the UK. And the day we had the book club for Emma, all of the Americans had read the book, and only like most of the British people in the club had only read like half the book or something. I was like, y'all, mm-mm. And this is what was proposed as a romance. Child, this is not a romance. Emma is not a romance. But you can't tell them nothing. Okay, so I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying ours still. Very nice. Okay, a social optimist says the series is called Body and Soul Food is the first book. So I guess that might be the name of the series as well. Uh, uh, okay, Tracy says she's going through Hamilton Heights and Sugar Hill nonfiction released. Oh, it's going to be released August 2nd by Davida Suiza James. Okay. Birdie says Persuasion is my favorite. That might be the only one that I have left on my shelf to attempt. But I can tell you if that's not hitting it for me, I will definitely DNF it. But I wanted to read Persuasion and then go check out the Netflix adaptation that they did of Persuasion because I heard that adaptation was really well done. Well, that didn't rom-com me like that. It just bored the hell out of me. um Wander in the Dark by by Jumata Emil. I'm currently reading Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Yeah, I recognize that one. I remember that. Oh, you really like Emma? I ain't like Emma. I wanted Emma to go mind her business, okay? Because she was all up in everybody's business, trying to get people married to each other, didn't want to be married to each other. Just was all over everything and everybody except what was going on in her own situation. I did not like that book at all. Did not like Emma. I'm like, Emma, mind your business, Emma. Oh, it came out on April 2nd, not August. Okay, fine. No, it's definitely not a romance, Pam Pam. uh, no, it's not ever a straight romance. The social commentary is interesting, especially about the emerging middle class. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm sorry, but bruh, that Emma, she was a mess. I said the same book. I said, y'all on this, like it's supposed to be very gossipy and everything, but that shit got old. And Emma was the biggest shit stirrer in the book. Awful. And then they had these like weird scenes where suddenly he'd be describing an apple on a tree, bullshit like that. I was just like, you know what? We're gonna have to work through this really fast because I was quickly losing patience with Emma. Um, your old university word coming out. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a good classic, but that one I wasn't having it. Mm-mm. That one wasn't working for me. But yeah, I need to get on to. Well, Anna and I finally finished Zola, and we finished discussing it last night. Book 20. We did, Anna. We did it. 2 years and 3 months reading all the 20 books in the series of the Rougon Macquart, and we read it in French, and we loved every minute of it, even when the books had some issues or things in it that we didn't agree with. We still loved it so much. So if you're interested in hearing about our reading of the Rougon Macquart, stay tuned. There's going to be a live discussion of our 20 book read of the Rougon Macquart in April. Probably we're looking at April 14th, and we're going to discuss it, the two of us. So if you're interested in hearing about that, keep your eyes on my stories, which will let you know when we're going to discuss it. But I tell you, if there's people in here that are still reading the Rougon Macquart series, hang in there. Just in there. Such a good ride. Excellent ride. Yeah, we both enjoy the idea of reading in French a book a month. We might continue that reading classics a book every month. But I feel like reading a Hugo Macau series from cover to cover, book 1 to book 20 was really something that I had been looking forward to doing, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to make it if I didn't do it with someone because their books are some of them are extremely long. The last one was not as long as some of the other ones were, but I think the last one was around 429 pages. But it was good that Anna was there so that we could support each other and go, come on, girl, what you doing? You slacking? Come on, you need to read this book. Definitely the English translation is supposed to be very good. There's the Oxford translation, and then there's the Penguin Black Penguin edition as well. Has translated them all now. I'm kind of curious. I might need to pick up one of them and read them in English to see how well they've been translated. But from the people that I know that are reading it in English, they seem to be very happy with it. They don't seem to be Anna's laughing at me. They don't seem to be because I said I'll pick up another one in English to see what it was like. You know which one Anna would want to pick up to see what it was like? La Terre. I'd pick up La Terre in a minute just to see how that was written in English because Lord Jesus, that book right there. mm. So the Earth, that's the one I would pick up in English just to see what it was like, but not this month and not next month. Yeah. Oh no, His Excellency Eugene Rougon. Skip that one, Alba. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. You can skip that one. It's not that good. Skip it. Go to the next one. Wait, Alba, are you reading it in order of publication or are you reading it in Zola's order? Because Anna I and read it in a publication order, which I think is preferable. Yeah, we should. We should definitely read because wouldn't you want to comment on it and tell me would you want to read La Terre, which is the Earth in English to see what it's like? Oh, you're reading in publication order. Great. Then skip that one. Drop it. Don't even bother to read it if you hadn't even started it. Go to the next one. Because what's the next one? The next one is uh I want to say mm, let me just check. Mm. Ooh, yeah. Skip Son Excellence and go directly to L'Assommoir. Ting. It's not that great, in my opinion. It's a bit of a snooze fest, and it's a bit disappointing. Um, you're gonna enjoy L'Assommoir so much more, so much more. And there's not a lot. The shenanigans aren't really like the shenanigans you think it's gonna be, because that's what we thought it was gonna be, and then we started reading, we're like, nope. Craziness, craziness, craziness. Uh, the Earth. Mm. I'm not sure. I mean, I think I would probably go with the Black Penguin edition, but like I said, I'm not really an expert in the translation. So, Alba, which ones are you reading in English? Are you reading the Black Penguin or are you reading Oxford? Because I really don't know. Because I think a lot of people I see some of them are reading the Oxford one, and then I see some people reading the Black Penguin one. So I don't know. I mean, I've actually seen the Black Penguin one in one of the bookshops in Paris. They had them all 20 books there, but I'm not sure about which one would be better. I have no idea. Which ones have you been reading, Alba? Mm. So more information. So we're reading this in the Read So Lit book club this month of April. The Belly of the Atlantic, which is by Fatou Diom, who is a Senegalese, Franco-Senegalese author. So it's a shorty. So we'll be discussing it at the end of the month. And I went and picked from my husband's picks in the cart, and I got book one of the series. I already read this one. It's a reread again, but I'm not mad at it because I really do like this series a lot. This is the beginning of the journey of Hakim. So this one is from Syria to Turkey. Really, really good. So I'm going to reread this. And I am also reading gradually. This is a short story collection. It's called New Short Fiction from Africa, called Captive. So I'm reading a story a day, or every couple of days. I'll read a story out of here because it's a big old book. Make big old book. This one is 448 pages. It has a ton of contributors to this collection, and they all are in the back. And this book is coming out in, I think it's coming out in May. Wait, let me just check what it says here. It's coming out May 7th, 2024. So that's this one right here. Captive. So I read that on a and today I was checking out some poetry from Honore Fannin Jeffers. It's Outlandish Blues. So I had picked a poem out of here. I'm going to feature a poem out of here on my stories for the poetry month this month. Outlandish Blues. Now I do have another one by her. But I don't know what it is. This one I read already, but the other one I haven't, and that's the one with Phyllis Wheatley, and I misplaced that one. I got to figure out where. Yeah, it is Fire. It's Fire. This one, but I don't know where the other one is. Like I said, the Phyllis Wheatley one is the one I'm looking for earlier today, and I couldn't find it. I only found this one. So, but I recommend this one. Is Fire. So that's it. That's all the books I have to show you. So how did you guys do this month with your reading? Was it what you wanted it to be last month of the month of March, or were you short? Were you happy? Yeah, The Age of Phyllis. This is the one, and I have the hardcover of that one. I don't know where the hell it is. I think it might be because I have mine are double stacked, so it might be in the back of my bookcase over here, where everything is double stacked. When double stacked is it's issues, but I don't have that luxurious space like this to be having, big bookshelves where I don't have to double stack. Um, okay, 6 books is really good. I'm not sure how many books I read. How many books did I read? I read, let's see. I think I either read 6, 7. I can't remember. Um, I can't remember how many I read, either 6 or 7. Because usually by now we're either in the groove or we're having trouble keeping up. Love that cover. What cover? This cover? Yeah, this cover is great. Um, Usually, yeah, by this time we're either struggling like mad to keep up with our intended goal, or we're doing okay with it because we chose the right amount of books, or we're upping it because we chose too few. I feel like I'm doing fine on my journey, my reading journey this month. It's been March was really good. February was great. January was great. I managed to read a wide variety of books, from graphic novels to at least one nonfiction a month, and some classics and some literary fiction. So I'm pretty much reading, in the way that I want to read. That suits me the best. Uh, oh, so you just watch some comfort TV? There ain't nothing wrong with that. I have nothing wrong with watching some comfort TV because we just are not in the mood to read. I know that's going to happen to me eventually down the line. That's why I'm happy that I'm ahead like 3 or 4 books, because I know eventually that shit's going to catch up with me, and I'm going to be like you, Pam Pam, wanting to do nothing, watch TV all day, or do something else. Well done, a book doctor read 5 books, mostly thrillers. That's fine. Did you like them? The main thing is you read 5 books, but how do you feel about what you read? Did you like them, or one or two of them could have been better? Reading with more intention is helpful, because I feel like when we read with intention, that means we have a better possibility to pick better books, because all this reading really fast and grabbing what everybody else is reading causes the effect of eventually we're going to pick up something that doesn't agree with us, and then we're going to feel obliged to read it because everybody else is reading it, or because you don't want to feel FOMO, or whatever it is. But I feel like there ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of FOMO. Just ignore it and keep moving. I think it's, better to slow down, choose your books wisely, particularly be in tune to the mood that you are in when you're choosing a book. If you know that you're not, your attention span isn't the best, don't go pick some literary fiction book, super intense, where you have to, do a lot of thinking, or worse, a nonfiction that's like this big, and then wonder why you can't finish it, fast as you would like to. So yeah, I feel like, be in tune to your mood and what you're ready to read, what you feel like you can take on. So it's not to wind up in a reading slump. Um, okay, we come up with the book, 7 books. Miss Ver, 13 books. Okay, 5 of them are novellas. That's fine. That doesn't make it any less. Okay, Shay said she read 5 books, mostly thrillers. Okay, Shay said I liked all of them except that one Frida McFadden book with all the turtles. Ooh. What was that called with all the turtles? I still haven't read Frida McFadden yet. Little Big Frida. I haven't read her yet. Maybe this month. I don't know. Okay, so Birdie says she always sticks cozy mysteries or romance in when she's feeling like she can't focus. Okay. You tell you better preach to the choir. A bad book can slow you down, shall slow you down, head out here and reading slump of a lifetime. Yeah, nah, I'm good. You're correct about that, Nicole. Absolutely, Kate. Read what you want to read, not because everybody else read. You gotta read it too. Everybody. So you see, James is like the famous bandwagon. You got to have at least one bandwagon in the first quarter of the year, and so we got James. Now I'm looking to see how many people tick off James as excellent until we get all the way into, let's say, month 10. And then you're going to start hearing people say, I didn't like this book. I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was okay. Because it's always the same. It makes me laugh. Um, oh, get a Chloe Brown. Yeah, I think I tried to read that one. It was in summer and I would go walking. I would try to listen to it, but for some reason, I couldn't concentrate enough to listen to it. So I wound up giving up on that one. Little Big Frida with the turtles. Ooh, you're reading Middlemarch. Okay, now. If you're not used to reading classics, something that can help you read them is to listen to them on audio. And the classics, the audios are done really, really well. They're very theatrical and they usually have different readers for the different voices. So if you're finding it difficult, I would recommend get a good audio, and I think Audible has very good audibles for the classics. Get an Audible for an audiobook for Middlemarch and boot it up and listen and read at the same time. You might even enjoy it more. Oh no, Billy didn't finish one book last month. That's all right. You'll finish some this month. I don't know if a bad book makes you second guess some of the authors. I feel like it should second guess how you choose a book, because sometimes when people be saying, "Oh my God," they like in a reading slump and stuff, it's because they've spent majority of their time reading what everybody else is reading instead of reading what they need to read. That's one of the main problems. Now, second guessing some of the authors, that's a whole nother conversation. But we can have that if you want on this live tonight. Um I feel like, yeah, when you pick one, you should basically read that cover, if possible, read the first page before you even decide to buy the damn thing. I feel like people do that, they would make probably better choices. Yeah, Shay, a bad book co-signed by rational people will really have you side-eyeing folks. Well, yeah, I mean, you can side-eye folks. I think you can. But look, I'm here to tell you, you know who to side-eye. That's all I'm gonna say. You know who to side-eye. Stop playing, y'all. Charlene said, I am now a slow, deliberate reader who takes notes, researches, and ponders. So only one book in March. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Wait, what? You haven't read a Nancy Drew? Nancy Drew's great. Now that depends, Kay. Kay says, even if I read a book by an author that I don't like, it doesn't mean I won't read the other books. Kristen Modlin, sorry, is a prime example. I like every other book. Now, for me, that depends. There are some authors where I've read their books and I said, you know what? One and done, and there will be no more. And it's because I can sense that this writing is not going to change. Like, this is what you're going to get every time. And when I sense that, I'm out. I'm out for the count. Oh, you did manage to finish one book. Well, one book is still good. That's one book more than most of the people in the world. Oh, The Portrait of Dorian Gray. That's a fantastic story. Hey D, how you doing? Okay, D. I watch all of the BookTube Pro results. I didn't have time to do that, but I heard that a couple of them of the nonfiction ones didn't get through that were surprising. Like I heard this one didn't get through. Vietnam one didn't get through. Damn. Nicole, once I read a bad book from an author, I add them to the naughty list. Yeah, you're a little bit like me. I do it like in my head. Like it's in my head. And I'm like, I remember that experience. I'm not doing that again. No, I have not read American Desert by Percival Everett. I don't even think I own that one. Um, oh, Raymond, you're wrong for that, Raymond. Oh, I loved Nancy Drew when I was a kid. Loved it. You could not get me to read a Hardy Boy. No way. I would not read Hardy Boys. I would only read Nancy Drew. See, that's the thing, that's what I'm talking about. When you know when it's not for you. And when you know it's not for you, then you need to respect yourself and put it aside and call it a day and just say, no, that ain't for me. Or yeah, that's it. Barbara Streisand didn't get through. I think it was because it was very long. The Dictionary People, I don't know that one. I started reading it. I'm still reading it. I'm reading it like slowly. I'll finish it by the end of the year. I read and then I put it on the side. I read. I have it like on my desk in my creative space. I have it on my desk on the side with a bookmark in it, and I read some pages, and then I put it on the side. I read some pages and I put it on the side. There is no way I'm not getting stressed out over reading something, really fast because I feel like biographies, especially when they're so in depth, you need to take your time with that shit. But when I finish, I'll review it. Oh, that's another thing that I'm going to be reading. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to be buddy reading. If I can find it. Let's see, where is it? This is what I'm going to be buddy reading this month and next month, I'm going to be buddy reading this Morgan Gale. We're going to be reading it over 2 months, The New Negro. This is like 900, some ungodly amount of pages. Let's see. 932 pages. So we're going to be reading that. I'm going to probably try to start at some point this week, either this weekend or on Monday, The New Negro. So we're going to see what that's all about as well. Ooh, an Edith Wharton one. That would be really interesting to read. Oh, you gave up on Covenant of Order. Oh. Well, you gave up. It's not for you. That's nothing wrong with that. Mm. Well, I'm glad to hear, Tracy. I hope I'm enjoying it too, because 932 pages. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There'll be another big book. I'm killing it with the big books. I think I already read like 5 big books already. Because I usually put on my list, read 10 books over 400 pages. I think I've already hit 5, and we're not even the 6th month of the year. Cutting for Stone is fantastic. That book, you can't say a bad thing about that book to me. Cutting for Stone had me in a choke for a long time. I really, really enjoyed that book. Now, I still have this year. I will be reading The Covenant of Water, and I'm going to read Love Songs as well this year. Oh no, the silly book about the owls made it. What the hell? What the hell? So, Kay, does that mean you're not going to discuss it with your book club? Are you discussing it with them too, Kay? Or Kay wrote, my book club is discussing Covenant Sunday. You made that sentence sound like you wasn't discussing it with him. Okay, so what you got? What you got, D? Tell us what you're reading in Group A fiction. I'm curious. What you reading, D? Because I didn't watch it. I need to watch it, but I'm curious. I say more power to D for sticking in there with the 2 prize. Yes, Jesus, we need the Black representation. Y'all, we come on and give D a hand. She doing the thing. Okay, you reading with him? I'm just laughing because the way you read, the way you said that. It sounded like, yeah, they was discussing it without you. Yeah, well done, D. Well done. Sticking in there. I just couldn't do it. So what is Group A? What are you reading in Group A for this quarterfinals? Because I'm curious. So at the end, so we're soon gonna have the announcement for the Book Prize International shortlist. It's pretty soon. And the Women's Prize shortlist is at the end of the month, April 24th. So those are the 2 that could be interesting to see what's going to come out of those. I'm buddy reading with Morgan Gale. She asked me to buddy read with her, so I said okay, because I need to read it. I ain't read it yet. Morgan and I read at least 1 or 2 books together a year. and we discuss them together. So this one we're gonna be listening for a minute, I think, because 923 pages. It might actually take me 2 months to read it. Yeah, the owl book went through. I just rolled my eyes when I heard that too. I was like, whatever. D. Oh, D's reading Lone Women, Black Notes, reading North Woods, The Vulnerables. I don't know the Vulnerables. Queen of Dirt Island. Queen of Dirt Island. What is that? Wait, let me see. Look, I feel like I put Night Bloom on my list, Val, but I don't think I'm gonna actually try to read that one. But I definitely want to read Soldier Sailor. What is it called? Night Bloom. No, brother love something or other. The Pakistani, no, the not Pakistani, the what's it called? Brotherless Night, I think it's called. That's what I want to read, definitely. I want to check out as well Interghost, and I want to check out the one by the Jamaican writer. I think she's Jamaican. Is she Jamaican? Is it Pam Williams? That one. Uh Queen of Dirt Island. What is that about? I don't even remember this title. Wait, let's check this one out because I don't know. Let's see. Queen of Dirt Island. Oh Jesus. Oh, come on now. Oh, it's by somebody called Donald Ryan. Mm. This sounds like it could be kind of good. It sounds like it could be kind of good. The Queen of Dirt Island. I didn't know that one. Hey DL, how are you? Okay, let's see. Oh, the African short stories. This one isn't out yet. This is an arc. It's called Captive. New short fiction from Africa. Edited by Helen Moffat and Rachel Zadok. That's this one. So um it's not these aren't authors, these are editors, they're the ones that pick what's going to be in the book. Helen Moffat and Rachel Zadok. Okay. Well, I might have to tick the Queen of Dirt Island. That sounds kind of good. Um, it has 4.0 stars already. Okay, I put one to read. Um, Okay, so you do audiobook. Okay. Well, if it works, do it. If that works for you, why not? Um, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Do what works for you. Yeah, I have a copy of Lone Women as well. Um, but I haven't read it yet. It's one that we'll see how that goes in the book club. Um, but yeah, I mean that's it for me. I mean, a lot of I've got a lot of big books, simmering on the fire. So, it's not going to be very much of a rush situation. But I highly recommend picking this one up. This is shorty, but this is me. I might actually reread this whole thing again. It's really good. Um, yeah. And look at this old picture of Honore on the back. So yeah, this was published with Wesleyan University Press in Connecticut. So with the University Press, so that's really good. This one. Okay. So we can also talk today about what are you guys reading any big books at the moment, or do you have plans to read any big books? I'm trying to see, do I have anything here? I don't have anything here that's you haven't already seen. Um, because the biggest book that's out right now that I haven't heard a ton of people talk about is Ours. Um, so I don't really know how that's going. I think only one person I heard say that they had fully read it and enjoyed it, really liked it, but I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. Let's see if I can get it. Which is this one right here. Beautiful cover, Hours. Um, I can't wait to get to this one. I have a feeling it's gonna have a chokehold. That one. I think it's gonna be good. Okay, let's see. Raymond, no plans for Big Book Month. But maybe do you have any nonfiction recommendations at the moment, Raymond? Or like you said, no plans to read big books at the moment, but we will see the way my mood flows. Okay. Yeah, Dee said she wants to read Hours and James. Uh, yeah, I think he's the only one that I know that has read it that said something about it, like that they liked it. Val said didn't I don't know. I don't keep up with Kendra, so I don't know if she's read it or not. But yeah, I can't wait to read it. I think it's gonna be very interesting. Now there's another one that's called Great Expectations, but this one I don't know. I was like, I don't know about this one. The Great Expectations one didn't really sit for me. Let's see if I can find the cover's beautiful, but I don't know. I read what it was about and I was just like, okay, whatever. It's the title for me. It kind of goes, okay, now I'm able to find this book. Damn it, man. I don't remember what the guy's name is and I can't find the book. Wait, let's see if this will do it. Yeah, here it is. His name is Vincent Cummings. Look at this beautiful cover. How beautiful is this cover? Okay, so This one is supposed to be what they call, I think it's supposed to be auto fiction. Uh, but I'm not really feeling that one. Uh, not feeling it. Okay, D said Madness, Race, and Insanity in a Jim Crow Asylum was great nonfiction. Yeah, I heard that one is good. A lot of people said it was real good, that one. Nicole said 100 pages left to work. You go, girl, with the Wizard of Crow book. You need to go back to under 400 after this. Yeah, that's Wizard of Crow ain't no joke. That's a big ass book. Let's see. My nonfiction rec is Natasha Trethewey's new book, The House of Being, coming out just Tuesday. Yeah, but what's it about? Because her stuff be depressing as hell, Raymond. I mean, it's good, but it'd be depressing as hell. Oh, Dee's gonna get ready to read Rooted: The American Legacy of Land Theft and the Modern Movement for Black land ownership. That must be really good read too. What book clubs are talking about earlier? We talked about quite a couple of different book clubs earlier. Um, I don't. What book were we talking? That'll help you say what book club it is. Has anyone read books by Tana French? I have not read any Tana French, so I'm not up on that. Not at all. The Searcher. The title's interesting. Erasure is both. Yeah, Erasure is great. Vincent Cunningham is a young black male author I mentioned a couple weeks ago. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. The description is not making me. I'm gonna I'm gonna avoid that one for the moment if I can. The Grift, the downward spiral of Black Republicans fro from the party of Lincoln to the cult of Trump. Child, that's a read. That's definitely a read. That one right there. I'm a pass. Raymond said the House of Being is about why she's a writer. Oh, okay. Now that okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Uh, let's see. Grift. Okay, somebody want to read the Grift. Billy wants to read the Grift. Nicole wants to read the Grift. I'm gonna let y'all read it and tell me what it's about. Tell me how it was. I don't think I can stand it. Christy says just listen to Accountable by Dashika Slater. Powerful. Long book. I'm about to start Children of God by Mary Doria Russell. Okay. The first book slayed me. Okay, cool. Let's see. The searching. I'm not sure what this word is. Book one of a series based in rural Ireland. Okay, now I'm here for the Irish books. Come on now, the Irish books. Uh, Favorite nonfiction so far is How to Say Babylon. The jury's out for me on that one. I haven't read it yet. I was following very closely what people were saying about the book, and I was very closely following Kiki when she was talking about the book. And she was saying that there were a lot of inaccuracies in her recounting of her book from the political and, I guess, political and island side of the book did not seem to be very authentic. Um, and it's not maybe as noticeable because I think when they published it, they just didn't worry about those things not being authentic because I guess they thought nobody would notice. Kiki noticed. So I haven't been anxious to pick it up after I heard about the inaccuracies and that kind of stuff in the book. Uh, The Storm We Made by Vanessa Chan. Yeah, that one's supposed to be good. I want to read the Haitian book. What's it called? Let's see if I can think of it. Okay, The Searcher is based in rural Ireland. Tana French is, yeah, she's an Irish writer. Yeah, I haven't read any Tana French though, but I hear that she's a really good writer. That she writes really interesting things. Um, what I really want to read is What Storm, What Thunder by Miriam J.A. Chansey. That's what I would like to read because I have not read that yet. I know she has a new book out, but there's no point in me reading The Village Weavers because I ain't read What Storm, What Thunder yet. So, child, Kiki noticed everything. That's why I follow Kiki because she don't play. Kiki, she reads and she reads in depth. So you ain't get nothing past her that don't make no sense. Okay. She don't jump on no bandwagon just to jump on the bandwagon. Kiki is the real deal. I'm telling you, if you're not following Kiki over on the hell, go over there and follow her. She the real deal. That's all I gotta say. She the real deal. So I'm gonna try to read. I'm gonna try to read What Storm, What Thunder because I've been wanting to read that for a long time. Uh, Alba, you're so funny. Alba likes hate reading books. She hate read uh James Michener's Texas, which she hated 1,096 pages. Hallelujah. You got through. Well, that's some real ass hate reading. Okay. Some real ass hate reading. And but she said she really loved Caribbean by James Michener. Okay, why not? Hey, I'm Lola. How are you? What are you reading? Yeah, that's what I hear, and I've been wanting it for a while. So I might have that booted up for June, for Caribbean month. Worst comes to worst. Uh, yes, Kiki's from Jamaica, and she has a beautiful ass throat. Go follow her over there. Kiki Palmer, no, no, our literary Kiki. Okay, literary Kiki. Kiki's handle is, wait, let me tell you what it is. What is it? If This Is Paradise. If This Is Paradise is her handle, Kiki's handle. Um, yeah, no, it's K-I, but her handle is If This Is Paradise on IG. Yeah, no, we're not talking Kiki Palm. We're talking a literary home girl Kiki. Home girl Kiki. Good. Follow, yeah, because she the business. Oh, Tangible Reads. Hello, hello. Hope you're getting some good reading in. I couldn't catch your last reading hour. It didn't correspond with my time, but I'm gonna catch you again. Great. I'm glad you followed. Kiki's excellent. Because when she had me mesmerized in her stories when she was talking about that book by what's her name? I can't remember. Hot Babylon. She had me mesmerized because she was saying stuff, and I was like, really? Saying things that to me sounded evident that these are things that I think people would notice as not being very authentic, particularly people that are from the Caribbean. And when they weren't saying anything, I was like, why aren't they saying anything? And then she said in her stories that she had spoken to other Caribbean people who did notice it and they stopped reading it because it felt not very authentic. So I was like, well, damn, if you say it ain't authentic, how the hell I'm gonna know if it's authentic? I've never even been to the Caribbean. Everything I know Caribbean is from the people that I know online. I've never been to Jamaica or anywhere in the Caribbean, so I really wouldn't know if the stuff was authentic or not. So I really appreciate having somebody like her in my timeline. I learn a lot of things from her because she's very thorough with her reading, and there are not a lot of thorough people on Instagram. Okay, so that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it, but there are not a lot of thorough readers, and she is thorough. Okay, thorough. Um, yeah, Kiki keeps us. Yeah, I know they call her that. No, I don't think she in the Bookstagram streets. No, I don't think she in there like that. Yeah, she is Jamaican, but I mean, it doesn't mean that because you're Jamaican, you're gonna make that you can't make a mistake. When you're writing your nonfiction book, I mean, you can make a mistake, particularly if you haven't got the right people behind you to look at your stuff and tell you, girl, that's a mistake. We can't write that. We can't publish that like that. Um, because I feel like there's a lot of wanting book to be palatable for all people. And sometimes when that's being palatable for everybody, sometimes leads us down the road. The author, the publisher leads them down the road of doing whatever they want to do, despite the truth things not being exactly like they should be in the story. So yeah, anyway, that's that. But maybe next time what we can do is we can come with some of the people that we follow on Bookstagram and some of the people we follow on BookTube, and recommend content creators to each other next week. That'd be something we can think of. So you have a week to come with at least two or three content creators that you would recommend and what you would recommend them for, like why you like them, why you watch them, so that we can, spread the love, in the community, because we don't, get a chance to do that very frequently, is spread the love here on BookTube or on Bookstagram. So come with two or three people that you recommend that people follow and say, hey, yeah, I like my girl, I like my guy because he does, she does, because people gonna want to know, what genre they following, and that's really important. If you say, oh, it's my nonfiction dude, this is my, literary fiction girl, or this is my whatever. That's what we're gonna do for next week. If you're interested, it's come with some ideas of people that you want to recommend, and get their handles right now, so that when people want to go to follow, they don't have trouble finding them. They follow the right person. So we will do that next week. I am gonna love you and leave you because it is almost about to embark on 7:30, even though it's lighter outside. It's spring, but it's still close to dinner time, and I gotta cook. So we will see each other very, very soon. Because these weeks seem to be rolling quite quickly. It's kind of scary how fast time is flying. But I will see you all next week. Thanks so much for coming and chatting books with me. And yeah, have a great weekend. Lots of great reading, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.